Let's first take a look at how the Asian markets have started off this morning. And contrary to what the Dow futures are doing, the Asian markets are still relatively positive as we speak. The Hang Seng is trading with gains of around 0.25%. The Taiwanese index, which was underperforming last week, is also trading with gains of close to 1%. The Japanese markets are shut today on account of a holiday. The Kospi trading with gains of over 1% as well, and the Shanghai Composite is trading just above the flat line. Meanwhile, the Dow futures too have seen a marginal recovery. They were down around 220 points. Now they are down 150 after the criminal investigation launched against Fed Chair Jerome Powell. We'll speak more about this as the show goes by. Pull up the GIFT Nifty to give you an idea of how our own markets are likely to start off. Well, nothing much to write home about here. The implied open is suggesting an absolutely flat start after the worst week that the index had in over 3 months after the fall that we saw over Thursday and Friday's trading session. But to set you up for today's trade, our research team is here with the stocks that should be on your radar and of course the F&O side of things as well. But before that, let me tell you about some of the important things that you need to watch out for today. As we mentioned, it was a forgettable week for the Nifty bulls last time around. It was a 2.5% cut on the index. The broader markets too fell in line or maybe even worse than the benchmarks. The small cap index was down over 3%. The Nifty Bank, a marginal outperformer, that was only courtesy of ICICI Bank, that gained from Monday to Thursday only to decline on Friday. But it is a very important week that lies ahead for our markets, and that's because earnings season begins in full flow. TCS and HCL Tech report results today. Most large cap IT names report results this week. Reliance Industries reports on Friday. HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank report on Saturday. So there is no dearth of any cues that you need to watch out for in the course of the week. Now, after the fall that we saw, the Nifty is now well below its 50 DMA as well as its 20 DMA. It's closed below that 25,700 mark as well, which was the low point of the range, that 25,700 to 26,200, 300 range that it found itself stuck in for a better part of the last 2.5 months. So 25,600 now on the downside is an important level, and for the Nifty Bank, 59,000 on the downside will be an important level to watch out for. It's just around 250 points away from those levels. Of course, it was a very broad range on Friday for the Nifty. 25,620 was the low, so that becomes the first important level on the downside. 25,940 on the higher side, so that you need to keep an eye out for. There is no dearth of activity in the primary markets though. Bharat Coking Coal's IPO was subscribed over 8 times on the first day. So, and as of now, the GIFT Nifty is indicating a subdued start as well. So it is in a wait and watch mode is where the markets currently are. Over to Sudarshan. He will tell you all the important cues that you need to watch out for from the F&O space. Sudarshan, good morning. What's the F&O data indicating now, considering the kind of sell-off we have seen over Thursday and Friday?
Good morning, Harma. Just a few trading sessions ago, if you remember December 1, it was a record high level that we had hit for majority of the indices. Nifty had hit the record high of around 26,370, and from that level, we are down more than 700 points. And now we have seen the broad-based fall across the market and mainly courtesy FIs selling. Now also FIs, if you take long exposure, it's at multi-year lows. Now the longs exposure has fallen to 8%. If there are two silver linings, one, that is the PCR put call ratio, we remain in the oversold zone. On Friday, it was 0.62 from the earlier level. We have slipped. Earlier level was 0.68 or 69. Second, while we have been seeing selling in the stock futures and the index futures, on the option front, we have been seeing buying. On Friday, also in the index futures, while it was a FI selling of almost 3,200 crore, but if you go to the option side, there was a buying of more than 14,000 crore. Talk about the exposure, yes, it has slipped to 8% with FIs, reducing the long positions by more than 1,100 contracts. Also on the short side, they continue to add. On Friday also, they have added more than 17,000 positions, and with this on the short side, their exposure increases to 92%. On the option front, major call writing was seen in 25,800 and 25,900. On the put side, two most active options, 25,400 and 25,650. So first support level for Nifty would be around 25,620. If it falls below that, then next support comes around 25,540, that is 50-day moving average. And resistance would be 25,960, that's the 50-day moving average. Two stocks remain in the band, SAIL and Saman Capital. I'll keep an eye on few stocks. On Friday, there was a big fall in the Manappuram. I won't be surprised if there is a recovery in that. And second, after Q3 earnings, keep an eye on Avenue Supermarts, or better known as DMart.
Oh yes, that'll be the most important stock to watch out for today. Sudarshan, thank you for that update.